Hello again, this is Shane Bengal from the Mana Group, and just here talking to you about different things with the home buying process. So we've talked many times just about how the whole process works, and there's a lot of ins and outs when you're buying a house, inspection contingencies, financing contingencies, appraisals, and all these things. One of the things that's a little less often talked about is, getting an idea of like what the neighborhood is that you're moving into. I would say I have maybe 1 out of 20 clients that call and say, oh my gosh, we didn't know the next door neighbor had a hot rod and he likes to work on that late at night and it gets really loud. And these are hard things to do during an inspection or in your normal purchasing process. You don't spend a lot of time at the house, and they're not necessarily defects that a seller needs to disclose, but if you got a dog that barks and it's your next door neighbor and it's going crazy, that can be bothersome for some people. And so while realtors are here to be your tour guides, they know the area very well, we are prohibited from trying to steer somebody from a neighborhood or steer somebody into or away from a neighborhood under fair housing, and that's good. We live in a wonderful city that has lots of different areas that meet the needs of all kinds of different people. So we can explain. The realtors can be great tour guides. They say, hey, this area is the young hip. They have the hot restaurants everywhere. Everybody wants to go. This place has great parks. They love hiking, fishing. This is close to recreation. All that data is tour guide data. You as a consumer get to do the digging in on crime, on schools, what their ratings are, and not all that information is very readily available. But let's talk a little bit about how you might conduct a neighborhood review, and that is a contingency you can have in a contract. One of the biggest things I would encourage clients to do is go by the house at different times during the day. In the morning, different things happen in midday. The afternoon/evening is kind of like one of the most telling times, when people are getting off of work and what's happening, what's going on. All the kids are getting home from school, are there kids to play with? Is it loud? Is this happening? Is there activity that you like to see or you like to be involved with? You're more than welcome to spend any time during the day being there. Some more, I would say, prudent, or like if you want to be very thorough in the home that you're going to shop for, you can book an Airbnb in the neighborhood. More than likely that exists. I'd also encourage going to the local restaurants, like whatever is around, going to the coffee store, going and checking these places out, sitting there for a little bit of time, getting a feel, talking to, if there's people there, try to talk with them. Oh, do you live here? What do you like? What do you not like? Even just walking the neighborhood. I commonly door knock houses when I'm going to have an open house, and I can't tell you how much neighbors know about a place and what exists because they live there all the time. And so you can do all these varying ways. We live in a day and age where social media is extremely helpful, so you can get onto Instagram, Facebook. Usually different neighborhoods have different community groups. You can jump on there and you can ask questions and you can investigate. That is all completely fine and within the realm. You may get a displeasured neighbor who wants to, maybe the house is getting sold and it's a divorce and one party doesn't want to sell it, and they're gonna get on there and say, oh, this is the terriblest place that you ever want to live. I wouldn't be so concerned about something like that. That's pretty rare, but you got to be just a little bit cautious of all of those things. Another really important thing you can do is you can test the commute. So, go start your commute from that area, see what it'd be like for you to get to work and get home from work. These are all just, I would say, extra level layer things. A lot of times when people are searching for homes, they know what neighborhood, what area of town they want to live in. There's very specific reasons. But if you're doing a first-time home buyer or you're moving to the area you may not know, and these are things that you need help with and need guidance, which a realtor, obviously, we want to give you all the information possible, but you can also do a little bit of extra research yourself in these ways. If you're looking to buy a home, always reach out. Love to talk to you. We have great advice. We know the area very well. Talk to you soon.